All right, folks. Looks like we lost connection right there, and I apologize for that. Here we go. Lot number 10. We're on the 2006 Toyota Camry. So move me on down, Aaron, please. Lot number 10, the Camry. 2006 Camry. Number 10. All right, here we go, folks. On the 2006 Toyota Camry, folks. I'm at 500 now, 5 and a quarter. 500 bid now, 5 and a quarter. Bid 5 and a quarter. 500 now, 5 and a quarter. 500 bid now, 5 and a quarter. Bid 5 and a quarter. 525, 5 and a quarter. Now 5 and a half. I'm 5 and a quarter now, 5 and a half. Bid 5 and a half. 5 and a quarter now, 5 and a half. 550 now 575. I'm at 5 and a half now, 575. Bid 575. Sold 5 and a half. Sold 5 and a half. Here we go on the 2010 Buick LaCrosse, lot number 11, folks. 2010 Buick LaCrosse. I'm at 475, now 500. Bid 500. 475, now 500. $500. Bid 500 on the Buick LaCrosse. Bid 500. $500. Now 5 and a quarter. 500 bid, now 5 and a quarter. Bid 5 and a quarter. 525, now 5 and a half. I'm at 5 and a quarter, now 5 and a half. Now 575. Bid 575. 575. 575, now 600. I need 600. 600, now 6 and a quarter. 600 bid, now 6 and a quarter. Bid 6 and a quarter. 625, now 6 and a half. I'm 6 and a half, now 675. Bid 675. Sold 6 and a half. Sold 6 and a half. Lot number 12 is a 2017 Ford Explorer. Lot number 12 is the 2017 Ford Explorer, folks. 1400, now 14 and a half. 14 and a half, now 15, now 15 and a half. I'm at 1500, now 15 and a half. 1550, 15 and a half, now 16. Bid 1600, now 16 and a half. Bid 16 and a half. 1650, now 17. 1700, now 17 and a half. Bid 17 and a half. 1750, 1750, now 18. Bid 18, now 18 and a half. I'm at 1800, now 18 and a half. Bid 18 and a half. 1850, 1850, now 19. I need 19. 18 and a half, now 19. Bid 19, now 19 and a half, now 2000. Bid 2000, now 2050. Bid 2050, 2050, now 21. 2100, now 21 and a half. Bid 21 and a half. 2150, 2150, now 22. I need 22. 21 and a half, now 22. Bid 2200, now 22 and a half. Bid 22 and a half. 2250, now 23. 2300. 22 and a half, now 23. Bid 2300, now 23 and a half. I'm at 2300, now 23 and a half, now 24. Bid 24. 23 and a half, now 24, now 24 and a half. Bid 24 and a half. 2450. Sold 2400. Sold 2400. Moving on to lot number 13 is going to be a 2007 Chevrolet Colorado. This one here, 2007 Chevy Colorado, folks. 2050, now 21. 2100. 2050, now 21. Bid 2100. 2050, now 21. Now 21 and a half. Bid 21 and a half. 2150. 2150. Sold 2100. Sold 2100. Lot number 14 is going to be a 2004 Cadillac DeVille. This one here is a 2004 Cadillac DeVille, folks. I'm at 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. Bid 4 and a half. 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. 450. 4 and a half, now 475. I'm 4 and a half, now 475. Bid 475, 475. Sold 4.5, sold 4.5. Lot number 15 is going to be a 2006 Chevrolet Tahoe. This one here, folks, is a 2006 Chevy Tahoe. I'm at 9.25, now 9.5. 9.25, now 9.5. Bid 9.5. Bid 9.25, now 9.5. 950. 9.5, now 975. I'm at 9.5, now 975. Bid 975. 975. Sold 9.5. Sold 9.5. Lot number 16 is a 2002 Nissan Xterra. This one here, folks, is a 2002 Nissan Xterra. 7.25, now 7.5. I'm 7.25, now 7.5. Bid 7.5. 7.25, now 7.5. 750. Sold 7.25, folks. Sold 7.25. Lot number 17 is going to be a 2002 Ford Mustang. This one coming up, folks, is your 2002 Ford Mustang. Yes, sir. Go, go. Here we go. 7.25, now 7.5. I'm at 7.25, now 7.5. Bid 7.5. 750. 7.5. 750. 775. Now 800. $800. 775. Now 800. 8.25, now 8.5. I'm 8.25, now 8.5. Bid 8.5. 8.25, now 8.5. 850. Sold 8.25. Sold 8.25. Lot number 18 is going to be the 2014 Chrysler 300. This one here is a 2014 Chrysler 300, folks. Here we go. 14.5, now 15. I'm at 14.5, now 15. Bid 15. 1,500, 1,500. Now 15.5, 16.5, now 17. I need 17, now 17.5. Bid 17.5, now 1,800. 1,800. Bid 1,800. 17.5, now 18, now 18.5. 18.5, now 19. Bid 19. 1,900. 1,900. Now 19.5. I'm 19.5, now 2,000. Bid 2,000, $2,000. 19.5, now 2,000, now 2,050, now 21. 2,100. 2,100. Sold 2,050. Sold 2,050. Lot number 19 is going to be the 2010 Acura TL, folks. This one here is a 2010 Acura TL. I'm at 5.5, now 575. 5.5, now 575. Bid 575. 575, now 600. I need 600, now 6.25. 6.25, now 6.5. Bid 6.5, now 675. Bid 675, now 700. Bid 700, $700. Now 7.25. 7.25, now 7.5. Bid 7.5. 750. Now 775. 775, now 800. Bid 800, $800. Now 8.25. 8.25, now 8.5. Bid 8.5. 850. 850, now 875. I need 875, now 900. Bid 900, now 9.25. 9.25, now 9.5. Now 975. I need 975. 975, 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, $1,000. 975, now 1,000, $1,050. $1,000 bid, now 1,050. Bid 1,050, 1,050. Sold 1,000, sold 1,000. Lot number 20 is going to be the 2016 BMW 5 Series. Ooh, hot, kind of a hot deal right there. First hot deal of the day. Hot, hot, hot deal. You finally got it. Option number 10. Here we go. 3.25, now 3.5. I still love you, kid. 3.25, now 3.5. I'm 3.25, now 3.5. Bid 3.5, 350. 3.25, now 3.5. 375, now 400. $400. 375, now 400. Bid 400, now 4.25. 400 bid, now 4.25, now 4.5. I need 4.5. 4.25, now 4.5. 4.5, 450. Sold 4.25. Sold 4.25. Lot number 21 is the 2019 Toyota Corolla. This one here, folks, 2019 Toyota Corolla. Here we go. 900, now 9 1/4. 9 1/4, now 9 1/2. Bid 9 1/2, now 975. 975, now 1,000, 1,050. $1,000 bid, now 1,050. Bid 1,050, means 50. Now 1,100. 1,100, now 11 1/2. Bid 11 1/2, now 1,200. I need 1,200. 11 1/2, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, now 12 1/2. I'm 12 1/2, now 13, now 13 1/2. I'm at 1,300, now 13 1/2. Bid 1,350, now 14. I need 14. 13 1/2, now 14. Bid 14, now 14 1/2, now 15. I need 15. 1,500, now 15 1/2. Bid 15 1/2. 1,550, now 16. I need 16. 1,600, now 16 1/2. Bid 16 1/2, now 17. 1,700, now 17 1/2. Means 750. 17 1/2, now 18. Bid 1,800. 17 1/2, now 18. Bid 18. 1,800. 1,800. Sold 17 1/2. Sold 17 1/2. Lot number 22 is going to be the 2007 Mazda 3. This one here, folks, is a 2007 Mazda 3. Here we go. 4 1/2, now 475. I'm at 4 1/2, now 475, now 500. $500, now 5 1/4. 500 bid, now 5 1/4. Bid 5 1/4. 525. Sold $500. Sold $500. Lot number 23 is going to be a 2004 Lexus ES 330, folks. 2004 Lexus ES 330, lot number 23. I'm at 500, now 5 1/4. 500 bid, now 5 1/4. Bid 5 1/4. 500, now 5 1/4. 525, now 5 1/2. I'm 5 1/2, now 575. Bid 575. 575. Now 600. Bid 600, now 6 1/4. 600 bid, now 6 1/4. Bid 6 1/4. 625. Sold $600. Sold $600. There we go. Here we go. Lot number 24 is going to be a 2004 Infiniti G35. This one here, folks, is a 2004 Infiniti G35. I'm at 575, now 600. I need 600. 575, now 600. Sold 575. Sold 575. Lot number 26 is a 2008 Subaru Legacy. No, that's a Pole Pops. Let's keep going. It's this next one right here, lot number 26. Here we go. The 2008 Subaru Legacy, folks. I'm at 200, now 2 1/4. 200 bid, now 2 1/4. Bid 2 1/4. 200, now 2 1/4. 2 1/2, now 275. 300, now 3 1/4. 300 bid, now 3 1/4. Bid 3 1/4. 325. 325. Sold $300. Sold $300. Lot number 27 is a 2017 Nissan Versa. This is your 2017 Nissan Versa, folks. Here we go. 775, now 800. $800. 775, now 800. Bid 800. 775, now 800. $800, now 8 1/4. 800 bid, now 8 1/4. Bid 8 1/4. 825. 8 1/4. Now 8 1/2. I'm at 8 1/4, now 8 1/2. 8 1/4, now 8 1/2. Bid 8 1/2. 8 1/4, now 8 1/2. Here we go. Sold 8 1/4. Sold 8 1/4. It's spinning again. The lot number 28 is a 2010 Mazda 3, folks. This one here is the 2010 Mazda 3, folks. 475, now 500. Bid 500. 475, now 500. Bid 500. 475, now 500. $500. Now 5 1/4. I'm 5 1/4, now 5 1/2. Bid 5 1/2. Bid 5 1/2. Now 575. I'm 5 1/2, now 575. Bid 575. Now 600. Bid 600. 600, now 6 1/4. 600 bid, now 6 1/4. Bid 6 1/4. 625. Sold $600. Sold $600. Lot number 29 is going to be a 2016 Kia Forte. 2016 Kia Forte, folks. Here we go. 9.25, now 9.5. I'm 9.5, 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, 1,050. Bid 1,050 means 50, now 1,100. I need 1,100. 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100 means 100. $1,100. Sold 1,050, sold 1,050. Lot number 30 is going to be a 2008 Mercedes CLK Class. This one here, folks, 2008 Mercedes CLK Class. Here we go, 3.25, now 3.5. I'm 3.25, now 3.5. Bid 3.5, 3.25, now 3.5. 350, 3.5. 375, now 400. Bid 400, 4.25, now 4.5. 4.5, 475, now 500. $500, now 5.25. 500 bid, now 5.25. Bid 5.25, 525. 525, now 5.5. I'm 5.5, now 575. Bid 575, now 600. I need 600. 600, now 6.25. 600 bid, now 6.25. Bid 6.25, 625. Sold $600. Sold $600. Lot number 31 is a rebuild salvage, folks. This one here is a rebuild salvage 2015 Chevrolet Cruze. This is a rebuild salvage, folks. Chevy Cruze 2015. 6.5, now 675. I'm 675, now 700. Bid 700, $700. 675, now 700, now 7.25. I'm 7.25, now 7.5. Bid 7.5, $750, now 775. 775, now 800. Bid 800, $800, now 8.25. 800 bid, now 8.25. Now 8.5. I'm 8.5, now 875. Bid 875, $875. 875. Sold 8.5. Sold 8.5. Lot number 32 is a 2010 Audi A4. This one here, folks, is a 2010 Audi A4. 575, now 600. Bid 600. 575, now 600. $600. 575, now 600. 6.25, now 6.5. I'm 6.25, now 6.5. Now 675. Bid 675. 675. Now 700. I'm 675, now 700. Bid 700. Sold 675. Sold 675. Lot number 33 is a 2019 Kia Sportage. 2019, folks, Kia Sportage. I'm at 11.5, now 1,200. 1,200, now 12.5, now 13. Bid 1,300, now 13.5. I'm 13.5, now 1,400, now 14.5. Bid 14.5, now 1,500, now 15.5. Bid 15.5, now 1,600. Bid 1,600, now 16.5. 17, now 17.5. I'm at 17.5. Bid 17.5. 18, now 18.5. I'm 18.5, now 19, now 19.5. Bid 19.5, now 2,000. $2,000. Bid 2,000. Bid 2,000, 2,050, 21, now 21.5. I need 21.5. 2,100, now 21.5. Now 22. Bid 2,200, 2,200. 2,200. Now 22.5, now 23. 23.5. Bid 23.5. 2,350, now 24. I need 24. 23.5, now 24, now 24.5. Get your bids in, folks. 24.5, now 25. Bid 25, 2,500. 2,500. 25.5, now 26. I need 26. 25.5, now 26. 26.5, now 27. Bid 27, 2,700. 2,700. 27.5, now 28. I need 28. 27.5, now 28.5, now 29. Bid 29. Now 29.5. Bid 29.5. Now 3,000. $3,000. 29.5, now 3,000. Bid 3,000. Now 3,050. I'm at 3,000, now 3,050. Bid 3,050. Now 31. I need 31. 3,050, now 31. Bid 3,100. Sold 3,050. Sold 3,050. Lot number 34 This one here, folks, is a 2015 Dodge Charger. No engine, no transmission. Este no tiene motor y no tiene transmisión. No engine, no transmission, folks, on the 2015 Dodge Charger. I'm at 9.5, now 1,000. 975, now 1,000, 1,050. $1,000 bid, now 1,050, now 1,100. I need 1,100, now 11.5. Bid 11.5, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, now 12.5, now 13. I need 1,300. 12.5, now 13. Bid 13, 1,300, now 13.5, now 14. Bid 14, now 14.5. Bid 14.5, 15, now 15.5. 1,500, now 15.5, now 16, now 16.5. I need 16.5. 16.50, now 17. 17.5, now 18. Now 18.5. 18.5, now 19, now 19.5. 19.5, 19.50, now 2,000, $2,000. 19.5, now 2,000. No engine, no transmission, now 2,050. 2,050, now 21, now 21.5. Bid 21.5, now 22. Bid 22, now 22.5. I'm 2,200, now 22.5, now 23. Bid 23, 23, now 23.5. Bid 23.50, now 24. 2,400, now 24.5. Bid 24.5, 24.50, now 25. I need 25. 24.5, now 25, now 25.5, now 26. Bid 2,600, now 26.5, now 27. 2,700, now 27.5, now 28. 2,800, 28.5. I need 28.5. 2,800, now 28.5, now 29. 29.5. Bid 29.5, 29.50, now 3,000. Bid 3,000. 3,000, now 3,050, now 31. 3,100. $3,100, now 31.5. I'm at 3,100, now 31.5, now 32. Bid 32, now 32.5. Bid 32.5, now 33. 33.5, 34, 34.5. Bid 34.5. 34.50. 34.50, now 35. 3,500, now 35.5. Bid 35.5. 35.50, now 36. I need 36. 3,600, now 36.5. Where are you at, folks? 36.5? Yes or no? Now 37. Bid 37. 3,700, now 37.5. I'm at 3,700, now 37.5. Bid 3,750, now 38, now 38.5. I'm at 3,800, now 38.5. Bid 3,850. Sold 3,800. Sold 3,800. Lot number 35 is going to be the 2019 Ford EcoSport. 2019 Ford EcoSport, folks. 1,300, 13.5, 14, now 14.5. 1,500, now 15.5. Bid 15.5, now 16. 16.5. Bid 16.5, now 17. 17.5, now 18. Bid 18. 18.5, now 19. 19.5, now 2,000. 2,050. Bid 2,050, now 21. 21.5, now 22. Bid 22. 2,200, now 22.5. Bid 22.5, now 23. Bid 23, 2,300, 2,300, now 23.5. I'm 23.5, now 24. Bid 24, 2,400, 2,400, now 24.5, now 25. 25.5. Bid 25.5, 2,550, now 26. Bid 2,600, now 26.5. 2,650, now 27. 2,700, now 27.5. I'm at 2,700, now 27.5. 2,750. Sold 2,700. Sold 2,700. Lot number 36 is a 2004 Dodge Neon. This one here, folks, is a 2004 Dodge Neon. I'm at 9.25, now 9.5. 9.25, now 9.5. Bid 9.5, 950, 9.5. Sold 9.25, sold 9.25. Lot number 37 is a 2005 Chevrolet Malibu. This one here, folks, is a 2005 Chevy Malibu. 4.5, now 475. 4.5, now 475. Bid 475, 475. $4.75. Sold 4.5. Sold 4.5. Lot number 38 is a 2013 Nissan Altima. This one here, your 2013 Nissan Altima, folks. 500 now, 5.25. 5.25 now, 5.5. Bid 5.5. 5.25 now, 5.5. 550. 5.5. Now 575. I'm at 5.5. 575 now 600. Bid 600. $600. 575 now 600. Now 6.25. 6.25. 6.5 now 675. I need 675. 6.5 now 675. Bid 675 now 700. 700 now 7.25. 700 bid now 7.25. 7.25. Now 7.5. I'm 7.5 now 775. Get your bids in, folks. 7.5 now 775. Now 800. Bid 800. 8.25. 800 bid now 8.25. Bid 8.25. 825. 825. Now 8.5. I'm 8.5 now 875. Bid 875. 875. Now 900. Bid 900 now 9.25. 900 bid now 9.25. Bid 9.25. 925. Sold $900. Sold $900. Lot number 39 is a 1999 Honda Accord. This one here, folks, is a 1999 Honda Accord. 3.25 now 3.5. 3.5. 375 now 400. Now 4.25. 4.25 now 4.5. Bid 4.5. 4.5 now 475. I'm at 4.5 now 475. Now 500. Bid 500. 475 now 500. $500. Sold 475. Sold 475. Lot number 40 is going to be the 2011 GMC Terrain. This is your 2011 GMC Terrain. 8.5 now 875. I'm 875 now 900. $900. Bid 900 now 9.25. 900 bid now 9.25. Bid 9.25. 925. $925 now 9.5. I'm 9.5 now 975. Bid 975. $975 now 1,000. Bid 1,000. 1,050. 1,050 now 1,100. I need 1,100. 1,050 now 1,100. Bid 1,100 means 100. Now 11.5. I'm at 1,100 now 11.5. Bid 11.5. 1,150. Sold $1,100. Sold $1,100. Lot number 41 is a 2008 Saturn Other. This one here, folks, 2008 Saturn Other. I'm at 600 now 6.25. 600 bid now 6.25. Now 6.5. I'm 6.5 now 675. Bid 675. 675. Now 700. 7.25 now 7.5. I'm 7.5 now 775. Now 800. Now 8.25. Bid 8.25. 800 now 8.25. 8.25. 825. Now 8.5. I'm 8.5 now 875. Now 900. Now 9.25. 900 bid now 9.25. Now 9.5. I'm 9.5 now 975. Bid 975. 1,000. 1,050. Now 1,100 means 10. 1,100 now 11.5. 11.5. 12 now 12.5. Bid 12.5 now 13. Bid 13. 1,300 means 300. 1,300. Sold 12.5. Sold 12.5. Lot number 42 is a 2017 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. This is your 2017 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. 1,600, 16.5, now 17. Bid 17, now 17.5, now 18. Bid 1,800, now 18.5. I'm 1,800, now 18.5, now 19, now 19.5, now 2,000. Bid 2,000, now 2,050, now 21. I need 21. 2,100, now 21.5, now 22. I'm 2,200, now 22.5, now 23. 2,300, 2,300, now 23.5. Bid 23.5, now 24. 2,400, 24.5, now 25. 25.5. Bid 25.5, now 26. I need 26. 25 and a half, now 26, now 26 and a half, now 27. I'm 2,700, now 27 and a half. Bid 27 and a half. Now 28. I need 28. 27 and a half, now 28. Bid 28, now 28 and a half. I'm 2,800, now 28 and a half. Bid 28.50. Sold 2,800, sold 2,800. Lot number 43 is a 2012 Cadillac SRX. This one here, folks, is a 2012 Cadillac SRX. I'm 875, 900, I'm 9 and a quarter, 9 and a quarter, now 9 and a half. Bid 9 and a half, 950, now 975. I'm 975, now 1,000, 1,050, 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100, 1,100, 1,100, 1,100. Now 11 and a half. I'm 11 and a half, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, 1,200, $1,200. Sold 11 and a half, sold 11 and a half. Lot number 44 is a 2020 Cadillac Other, folks. 2020 Cadillac Other, folks. I'm at 35 and a half, now 36. 35 and a half, now 36. Bid 36, 35 and a half, now 36. 3,600, now 36 and a half, now 37. I'm 3,700, now 37 and a half. Bid 37 and a half. 37.50, now 38. 38 and a half, now 39, now 39 and a half, now 4,000. 4,000, now 4,050. Bid 4,050, 4,050, now 41. I'm 4,050, now 41, now 41 and a half. Bid 41.50, now 42. 4,200, now 42 and a half. Bid 42 and a half. 42.50, now 43. 4,300, now 43 and a half, now 44. Bid 4,400, now 44 and a half. Bid 44 and a half, 44.50, now 45. 4,500, now 45 and a half. Bid 45 and a half, now 46. I'm 46 and a half, now 47. Bid 47, now 47 and a half. 47 and a half, now 48. Bid 4,800, now 48 and a half. 48 and a half, now 49. Bid 49, now 49 and a half. 49 and a half, now 5,000. $5,000, now 51. 5,100, now 52, now 53. Bid 5,300, now 54. Bid 54, 5,400. 5,500, now 56. Bid 56, now 57. Bid 57, 5,700, now 58. 5,800, now 59. Bid 59, 5,900, 5,900. Now 6,000, $6,000. 6,000, now 61. Bid 6,100. 6,100, 6,100. Now 62. I'm 6,100, now 62, now 63. I need 63. 62, now 63. Sold 6,200. Sold 6,200. Lot number 45 is a 2005 Pontiac Grand Prix. This one here is a 2005 Pontiac Grand Prix, folks. 3.5, now 375. I'm at 3.5, now 375. Bid 375, 375. Sold 3.5, sold 3.5. Lot number 46 is a 2009 Pontiac Other. 2009 Pontiac Other, folks. 2.5, now 275. I'm at 2.5, now 275. 275. 275. 275. 300, now 3.25. 300, now 3.25. Bid 3.25. 3.5, now 375. I need 375. 400, now 4.25. 400, now 4.25. Bid 4.25. 425, now 4.5. I'm 4.5, now 475. Bid 475. Sold 4.5. Sold 4.5. Lot number 47 is going to be the 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport. 2014 Mitsubishi Outlander Sport, folks. 900, 9 and a quarter, now 9 and a half, 9 and a half, 975, 1,000, 1,050, 1,050, 1,100, now 11 and a half, 11 and a half, now 1,200, now 12 and a half, now 13, 13, now 13 and a half, 1,350, 13 and a half, now 14, 14 and a half, now 15, 1,500, 1,500, now 15 and a half, I'm 1,500, now 15 and a half, 1,550, 1,550, now 16. I need 16, 1,550, now 16, now 16 and a half. I'm at 1,600, now 16 and a half, bid 1,650, now 17. I need 17, 16 and a half, now 17. Sold 16 and a half, sold 16 and a half. Lot number 48 is going to be the 2020 Ford Escape. This one here, folks, is a 2020 Ford Escape. 14 and a half, now 15. I need 15, 15 and a half, now 16. 16 and a half, now 17. 17 and a half, bid 17 and a half. 1750, now 18, now 18 and a half. I'm 18 and a half, 19, now 19 and a half, now 2,000, 2,050, 21, 21 and a half, now 22. Bid 22, 22 and a half, now 23, 23 and a half, now 24, 24 and a half. Bid 25, now 25 and a half. 25 and a half, now 26, 26 and a half, now 27. Bid 27, 27 and a half, now 28, 28 and a half, now 29. Bid 2,900, now 29 and a half, 3,000, $3,000. 29 and a half, now 3,000, 3,050, now 31. I need 31, 3,050, now 31, 3,100, 3,100, 31 and a half, now 32. I need 32, 31 and a half, now 32, bid 3,200, 32 and a half, now 33. 3,300, 3,300, 33 and a half, now 34. I need 34, 33 and a half, now 34, bid 34, 34 and a half, now 35. I need 35, 34 and a half, now 35, bid 35, 35 and a half, now 36. I need 36, 35 and a half, now 36, bid 36, 3,600, sold 35 and a half, sold 35 and a half. Lot number 49 is a 2012 Hyundai Accent. 2012 Hyundai Accent, lot number 49, folks. 6 and a half, now 675. I'm at 6 and a half, now 675. Bid 675, 700, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half. I need 7 and a half, now 775, now 800. Bid 800, 775, now 800. Now 8 and a quarter. I'm 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. Bid 8 and a half, now 875. I'm 875, now 900. $900. Bid 900. Now 9 and a quarter. 9 and a bid, now 9 and a quarter. Bid 9 and a quarter, now 9 and a half. I'm 9 and a quarter, now 9 and a half. Bid 9 and a half, 950, now 975, 1,000, 1,050. Bid 1,050, 1,050, now 1,100. I need 1,100, 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100, now 11 and a half. I'm at 1,100, now 11 and a half, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, 1,200, $1,200. Now 12 and a half. I'm 1,200, now 12 and a half. Bid 12 and a half, 1,250. Sold $1,200, sold $1,200. Lot number 50 is a 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee. This one here, folks, 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee. I'm at 32 and a half, now 33. 3,300, now 33 and a half. Bid 33 and a half. Bid 33.50. 33.50, 34, now 34 and a half, now 35. I need 35, now 35 and a half, now 36. Bid 36, 36 and a half, 37, 37 and a half, now 38. I'm 38 and a half, now 39. Bid 39, 39 and a half, now 39 and a half, now 4,000, now 4,050. Bid 4,050, now 41, 4,100, 4,100, now 41 and a half, 41 and a half, now 42. Bid 42. 42 and a half, now 43. I'm 4,300, now 43 and a half, now 44, 44 and a half, now 45. I need 45, 44 and a half, now 45, now 45 and a half, now 46. 4,600, 4,600. Sold 45 and a half, sold 45 and a half. Lot number 51 is a 2007 Chrysler Aspen. This one here, folks, 2007 Chrysler Aspen. 600 now, 6 and a quarter. 6 and a quarter now, 6 and a half. Bid 6 and a half. 6 and a half. 650. Sold 6 and a quarter. Sold 6 and a quarter. Lot number 52 is a 2013 GMC Yukon. 2013 GMC Yukon, folks. Here we go. 15 and a half, now 16. Bid 16. 15 and a half, now 16. Bid 16. 1600. 17, now 17 and a half. I'm at 1700, now 17 and a half. Bid 17 and a half, 1750. Sold $1,700. Sold $1,700. Lot number 53 is a 1999 Chevrolet Silverado, folks. 1999 Chevy Silverado. I'm at 575, now 600. Bid 600. 575, now 600. Bid 600, $600. 575, now 600. Bid 600. 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. I'm at 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. Bid 600. 6 and a half. Now 675. I'm at 6 and a half, now 675. Bid 675. Now 700. I need 700, now 7 and a quarter. 700 bid, now 7 and a quarter. Bid 7 and a quarter, 725. Now 7 and a half. 7 and a quarter, now 7 and a half. Now 775. I'm at 7 and a half, now 775. Now 800. Bid 800, now 8 and a quarter. 800 bid, now 8 and a quarter. Bid 8 and a quarter, 825, 825. Now 8 and a half. I'm 8 and a half, now 875. Bid 875. 875. Now 900. Bid 900, now 9 and a quarter. 900 bid, now 9 and a quarter. Bid 9 and a quarter, 925. Sold $900. Sold $900. Lot number 54 is a 2016 Ford Explorer. This one here, folks. 2016 Ford Explorer. I'm at 975, now 1,000. $1,000. 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, 975, now 1,000, 1,050, now 1,100. I need 1,100, 1,050, now 1,100, now 11 and a half. I need 11 and a half, 1,100, now 11 and a half, means 150, now 1,200. I need 1,200, 11 and a half, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, 1,200, $1,200, now 12 and a half. I'm 12 and a half, now 13. Bid 13, 12 and a half, now 13. 1,300. Sold 12 and a half, sold 12 and a half. Lot number 55 is a 2004 Nissan Titan. No engine, no transmission, folks. Esta no tiene motor y no tiene transmisión. Things that make you go, It's a 2004 Nissan Titan, folks. 400, now 4 and a quarter. 400 bid, now 4 and a quarter. Bid 4 and a quarter, 425. Sold $400. Sold $400. Lot number 56 is a 2019 Nissan Altima, folks. 2019 Nissan Altima. 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. I'm 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. Bid 6 and a half, 675, now 700. 700, 7 and a quarter, now 7 and a half. 775, now 800, now 8 and a quarter. 800 bid, now 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. Aaron, can we move up a little bit, please? 875, now 900, now 9 and a quarter. 900 and a quarter, now 9 and a half. Bid 9 and a half, now 975. Thank you. 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, 1,050. 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100, means 1,100. Now 11 and a half. 11 and a half, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, 1,200, $1,200. Now 12 and a half. 12 and a half, now 13. Bid 13, 12 and a half, now 13, 1,300, 1,300. Now 13 and a half. 13 and a half, now 14. Bid 14. 14 and a half, now 15. I need 15. 14 and a half, now 15. Get your bids in, folks. Now 15 and a half. 15 and a half, now 16. Back at you. 1600. Sold. 15 and a half. Sold. 1,550. Lot number 57 is going to be a 2008 Honda Civic. This one here, folks, is a 2008 Honda Civic, folks. 8.5, now 875, 875, now 900, now 9.25, now in a bid, now 9.25, now 9.5, I'm 9.25, now 9.5, now 975, bid 975, now 1,000, bid 1,000, 1,050, $1,000 bid, now 1,050, now 1,100, bid 1,100, now 11.5, I'm at 1,100, now 11.5, bid 11.5, need 10.50, 11.5, now 1,200, I need 1,200, 1,200, now 12.5, bid 12.5, bid 1,250, bid 1,250, now 13. I need 13. 12 and a half, now 13. Now 13 and a half. 1,300, now 13 and a half. Bid 1,350. 1,350. Sold 1,300. Sold 1,300. Lot number 58 is a 2010 Dodge Ram. This one here, folks, is a 2010 Dodge Ram. 1,300, now 13 and a half. I'm at 13 and a half, now 14. Bid 14, 1,400. 13 and a half, now 14. Bid 14, now 14 and a half, now 15. 1,500. 14 and a half, now 15. Bid 15, 1,500, now 15 and a half. I'm at 1,500, now 15 and a half. Bid 1,550. 1,550, now 16. I need 16. 1,550, now 16. Bid 16, 1,600. Sold 15 and a half. Sold 1,550. Lot number 59 is a 2008 Dodge Caliber. This one here, folks, is a 2008 Dodge Caliber. 600, now 6.25. 600 bid, now 6.25. Bid 6.25. 625, 6.5, now 675. I'm at 6.5, now 675. Bid 675, now 700. I need 700. 675, now 700. Bid 700, 701, now 7.25. 700 bid, now 7.25. Bid 7.25, 725. Sold $700. Sold $700. Lot number 60 is a 2018 Honda Accord. This is your lot number 60, folks. 2018 Honda Accord. 1,500, 15 and a half, now 16. Bid 16, now 16 and a half. I'm 1,600, now 16 and a half. Bid 16 and a half, now 17. I need 17. 16 and a half, now 17. Bid 17 and a half, now 18. I'm 1,800, now 18 and a half. Bid 18 and a half, 1,850, now 19. I'm 1,900, now 19 and a half. Bid 19 and a half, now 2,000. 2,050. Bid 2,050, those mean 50, now 21. 2,100, now 21 and a half. Bid 21 and a half. 2,150, now 22. I need 22, now 22 and a half. Bid 22 and a half. 2,250, now 23. 23 and a half, now 24. Bid 24, now 24 and a half. I'm at 24 and a half, now 25. Bid 2,500, now 25 and a half. 25 and a half, now 26. Bid 26, 2,600. Now 26 and a half. 26 and a half, now 27. 2,700. 2,700. Sold 26 and a half. Sold 26 and a half. Lot number 61 is going to be the 2013 Dodge Grand Caravan. This one here, folks, is a 2013 Dodge Grand Caravan. I'm at 975, now 1,000. 975, now 1,000, 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100 means 10. 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100, now 11 and a half. I'm at 11 and a half, now 1,200. Bid 1,200. now 12 and a half. I need 12 and a half. 1200, now 12 and a half. Bid 12 and a half, 1250. Sold $1,200. Sold $1,200. Lot number 62 is a 2019 Dodge Journey. Here we go. 2019 Dodge Journey. 1900, now 19 and a half. 2000, now 2050, now 21, 21 and a half. 22 and a half, now 23, 23 and a half, now 24. 24 and a half, now 25, 25 and a half, now 26, 26 and a half. 27, 27 and a half, now 28, 28 and a half, 29, 2900, now 29 and a half. Bid 29 and a half, now 3000, now 3050, 31, now 31 and a half. 32, now 32 and a half. Bid 33, now 33 and a half, now 34. I need 34, 33 and a half, now 34. Bid 34, 3400, now 34 and a half. 34 and a half, now 35. Bid 35, 3500, 35 and a half. I'm at 3500, now 35 and a half. Bid 35 and a half, 3550, now 36. Bid 36, 35 and a half, now 36. Sold 35 and a half. Sold 35 and a half. Lot number 63 is a 2012 Mazda 6. This one here, folks, 2012 Mazda 6. I'm 3 and a half, now 375. 3 and a half, now 375. Bid 375. Sold 3 and a half. Sold 3 and a half. Lot number 64 is a 2007 Chevrolet Silverado. This one here, folks, 2007 Chevrolet Silverado, folks. I'm at 775, now 800, $800. 775, now 800. Bid 800, 775, now 800, now 8 and a quarter, 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. Bid 8 and a half, 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. 850, $850. Sold 8 and a quarter, sold 8 and a quarter. Lot number 65, rebuild salvage, folks. This is a rebuild salvage 2009 Ford F-150, folks. Rebuild salvage 2009 Ford F-150. I'm at 1,050, now 1,100. 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100 means 10. $1,100. 1,050, now 1,100, now 11 and a half. I'm at 1,100, now 11 and a half. Bid 11 and a half means 10.50, now 1,200. I need 1,200. 11 and a half, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, now 12 and a half. I need 12 and a half. 1,200, now 12 and a half. 1,250. 12 and a half, now 13, now 13 and a half. 13 and a half, 14, now 14 and a half, now 15. 15 and a half. Bid 1,550. 1,550. Now 16. I need 16. 1,550, now 16. 1,600, now 16 and a half. I need 16 and a half. 1,600, now 16 and a half, now 17. Bid 17, now 17 and a half. I'm 1,700, now 17 and a half. Bid 1,750, now 18. I need 18. 17 and a half, now 18. Bid 18. Sold 17 and a half. Sold 17 and a half. Lot number 66 is a 2007 Lincoln Other. This one here, folks, 2007 Lincoln Other. 800, now 8 and a quarter. 800 bid, now 8 and a quarter. Bid 8 and a quarter. 800, now 8 and a quarter. 8 and a half, now 875. 900, now 9 and a quarter. Bid 9 and a quarter. 925, now 9 and a half. 975, 1,000, 1,050. Bid 1,050, means 50, now 1,100. 1,100, now 11 and a half. Bid 11 and a half, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, means $1,200. Now 12 and a half. I'm 12 and a half, now 13. Bid 13, 12 and a half, now 13. Now 13 and a half, 13 and a half, now 14. 1,400. 1,400. Now 14 and a half. I'm at 1,400, now 14 and a half. Bid 1,450. Sold $1,400. Sold $1,400. Lot number 67 is a 2021 Ford Escape. This one here, folks, is a 2021 Ford Escape. I'm at 5,600, 57, 58, 59, now 6,000. Bid 6,000, 6,000, now 61, now 62. Bid 62. 6,300, now 64, now 65. I'm 6,400, now 65. Bid 65, now 66. Bid 6,600, 6,600, 6,700, now 68. I need 68. 6,700, now 68. Bid 68, now 69. 69, now 7,000. Bid 7,000, now 71. Bid 7,100, now 72. Bid 72, now 73. I'm 7,200, now 73. Bid 73. 7,300, now 74. Bid 74, now 75. I'm 7,500, now 76. Bid 76, now 77. 7,600, 77, now 78. Bid 78. 7,800, now 79. 7,900, now 8,000. $8,000. Bid 8,000, now 81. I'm 8,000, now 81. Bid 8,100, now 82. I need 82. 8,100, now 82. Bid 82. 82, now 83. I need 83, now 84, now 85. Bid 85. 8,500. 8,500, now 86. I need 86. 8,500, now 86. Bid 8,600. Now 87. 8,700, now 88. Now 89. Bid 8,900. Now 9,000. Bid 9,000. 8,900, now 9,000. Sold 8,900. Sold 8,900. Lot number 68 is a 2000 Ford Expedition. Here we go. 2000 Ford Expedition, folks. 5.5, now 575. Sold 5.5. Sold 5.5. Lot number 69 is going to be the 2009 Chevrolet Aveo. This is your 2009 Chevy Aveo, folks. 600, now 6.25. 600 bid, now 6.25. Bid 6.25. 625, now 6.5. I'm 6.5. 675, now 7. Bid 7. 675, now 7. Now 7.25. 7.25, now 7.5. Bid 7.5. 750, 7.5. Sold 7.25. Sold 7.25. Lot number 70 is going to be the 2010 Mazda 3, folks. Lot number 70 is going to be your 2010 Mazda 3. 475, now 500. $500. 475, now 500. Bid 500. 475, now 500. Sold 475. Sold 475. Lot number 71 is a 2016 Mitsubishi Outlander. It's going to be the 2012 Chrysler 300. 2012 Chrysler 200, folks. Here we go. 2012 Chrysler 200. 475, 500, now 5.25, now 5.5. I'm 5.25, now 5.5. Bid 5.5. 5.25, now 5.5. 550, 5.5. Oh my goodness, what is this thing doing? Sold 5.25. Sold 5.25. Lot number 73 is a 2007 Chrysler Aspen. 2007 Chrysler Aspen, folks. 6.5, now 675. 675, now 700. 7.25. 700 bid, now 7.25. Bid 7.25. 725, now 7.5. 7.5, now 775. Bid 775. 775. Sold 7.5. Sold 7.5. Lot number 74 is a 2015 Dodge Journey. 2015 Dodge Journey, folks. Here we go. 6.25, 6.5, now 675. 675, 700, now 7.25. 7.25, now 7.5. bid 7.5, now 775. 7.5, now 775, bid 775, now 800, now 8.25, 8.25, now 8, bid 8.25, 825, 8.25, 825. Sold $800, sold $800. Lot number 75 is a 2017 GMC Canyon. This is your 2017 GMC Canyon, folks. I'm at 13.5, 14, 14.5, now 15. 1,500. 14.5, now 15. 15, now 15.5. 15.5, now 16. 16.5, bid 16.5, now 17. I need 17. 17.5, now 18, now 18.5, bid 18.5. 18.50, now 19. I need 1,900 or 19.5, now 2,000. Those mean $2,000, now 2,050. 2,050, now 21. 21.5, bid 21.5, now 22. I'm 22.5, now 23. Bid 23, now 23.5. 24, now 24.5, now 25. 25.5, now 26. 26.5, now 27. 2,700, now 27.5. 28, 28.5, now 29. Bid 2,900, now 29.5. 29.5, 29.50, now 3,000. There's mean $1,000. 3,050, now 31. Bid 31, 31.5, now 32. I'm 32.5, now 33. 33.5, now 34. I'm 34.5, now 35. 35.5, now 36. 36.5, bid 36.5. 36.50, 37, 37.5. 37.5, now 38. 38.5, bid 38.5. 38.50, now 39. I need 39. 38.5, now 39. 39.5, now 4,000. $4,000. 39.5, now 4,000. 4,050, now 41. Bid 4,100, now 41.5. I'm at 4,100, now 41.5. Bid 4,150. Sold 4,100. Sold 4,100. Lot number 76 is a 2012 Ford Escape. This one here, folks, is a 2012 Ford Escape. 5.5, now it's 575, now 600. $600. 575, now 600. Bid 600, now 6.25, now 6.5. 6.5, now 675. Bid 675, now 700. I need 700. 675, now 700, now 7.25. 700 bid, now 7.25, now 7.5. I'm 7.5, now 775, now 800, now 8.25. 8 in the bid, now 8.25. 8.25, 825. Now 8.5. I'm 8.5, 875, now 900. Bid 900, $900, now 9.25. 9 in the bid, now 9.25. Bid 9.25, 925. Now 9.5. I'm 9.5, now 975. Bid 975, $975. Now 1,000, 1,050. $1,000 bid, now 1,050. Bid 1,050, 1,050. Sold 1,000, sold 1,000. Lot number 77 is a 2012 Ford Focus. 2012 Ford Focus, folks. 7.5, now 775. 800, now 8.25. 8.25, 8.5, now 875. Bid 875, 900. Bid 900, $900. Bid 900, now 9.25. 900 bid, now 9.25. Bid 9.25, 925, now 9.5. I'm 9.25, now 9.5. Bid 9.5, $950. Sold 9.25, sold 9.25. Lot number 78 is a 2018 Ford Focus. 2018 Ford, hold on, Aaron. There you go. Go ahead and please bid off your pictures, folks. We're going to get this truck and trailer turned around. Here we go on the 2018 Ford Focus. 9.25, now 9.5. 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, 975, now 1,000. 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100, 1,050, now 1,100. 11.5, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, 11.5, now 1,200. 12.5, now 13. Bid 13.5, now 14. 14.5, now 15. 15.5. Bid 15.5, now 16. I need 16. 15.5, now 16. Bid 16, 1,600. 1,600, now 16.5. I'm at 1,600, now 16.5, now 17. I need 17. 16.5, now 17. 17.5. Bid 17.5. 1750. Now 18. I need 1800. 17 and a half. Now 18. Bid 1800. 1800. 1800. Sold 17 and a half. Sold 17 and a half. Lot number 79 is a 2009 Nissan Rogue. This one here is the 2009 Nissan Rogue, folks. I'm at 5.5, now 575. 5.5, now 575. Bid 575, now 600. Bid 600. 575, now 600. Sold 575. Sold 575. Next up is going to be lot number 80. It's a 2010 Ford Edge, folks. 2010 Ford Edge. I'm at 675, now 700, now 7 and a quarter. 700 bid, now 7 and a quarter. Bid 7 and a quarter, 725, 725. 7 and a quarter. Sold $700. Sold $700. Lot number 81 is a 2016 Chevrolet Cruze. This one here, folks, is a 2016 Chevy Cruze. 700, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half, 775, 800, 8 and a quarter, bid 8 and a quarter, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 875, 900, or 9 and a quarter. 925, 9 and a half, 975, 1,000, 1,000, 1,050. Get your bids in, folks. Looks like a lot of them are trickling in. 11 and a half, now 1,200, now 12 and a half, now 13. Bid 13, 13, 13 and a half, now 14. Bid 14, now 14 and a half, 15. Now 15 and a half, 15 and a half, now 16, now 16 and a half. Bid 16 and a half, 1650, 1650, 1650. Sold 1,600, sold 1,600. Lot number 82 is a 2014 Mercedes E-Class. Crunch. This is your 2014 Mercedes E-Class, folks. Here we go. 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. I'm at 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. Bid 6 and a half, 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. 650. 6 and a half, 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half, now 675. 675, now 700. Bid 700, now 7 and a quarter, now 7 and a half. I'm 7 and a half, now 775. Bid 775. 800, now 8 and a quarter. 800 bid, now 8 and a quarter. Bid 8 and a quarter. 8 and a half, now 875. I'm at 8 and a half, now 875. Bid 875. Now 900, now 9 and a quarter. 900 bid, now 9 and a quarter. Bid 9 and a quarter, 925, 925. Now 9 and a half. I'm at 9 and a half, now 975. Bid 975. Sold 9 and a half. Sold 9 and a half. Lot number 83 is a 2011 Hyundai Sonata. Here we go. 2011 Hyundai Sonata, folks. 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, 675. Now 700, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half, 775. 800, now 8 and a quarter. Bid 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. I'm 8 and a half, now 875. 875, now 900, now 9 and a quarter. 9 and a quarter, now 9 and a half. 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, 1,050. $1,000 bid, now 1,050. Now 1,100. Bid 1,100 means 10. 1,100, now 11 and a half, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, now 12 and a half. Now 13. Bid 13. 12 and a half, now 13. Now 13 and a half. I'm at 1,300, now 13 and a half. Bid 1,350, now 14. I need 14. 13 and a half, now 14. Bid 14. Sold 13 and a half. Sold 13 and a half. Lot number 84 is going to be the 2014 Mitsubishi Lancer. Here we go. 2014 Mitsubishi Lancer, folks. I'm 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. Bid 8 and a half, now 875. I'm 875, now 900, now 9 and a quarter. 900 bid, now 9 and a quarter, now 9 and a half. Bid 9 and a half, 950. Now 975. I'm 975, now 1,000, 1,050. $1,000 bid, now 1,050. Bid 1,050, made 50. Sold 1,000, sold 1,000. Lot number 85 is going to be the 2020 Volkswagen Jetta. This one here, folks, is your 2020 Volkswagen Jetta. Whoop. 6 1/4, now 6 1/2. 6 1/2, now 675, now 700. $700, 7 1/4, 7 1/2. 775, now 800. Bid 800, 8 1/4, now 8 1/2. I'm 8 1/4, now 8 1/2. Bid 8 1/2, now 875. 8 1/2, now 875. 875, now 900. Bid 900, now 9 1/4. 900 bid, now 9 1/4, now 9 1/2. I need 9 1/2. 9 1/2, now 975, now 1,000. 1,000, 1,050. Bid 1,050, now 1,100. 1,100, now 11 1/2. I'm at 11 1/2, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, 11 1/2, now 1,200, now 12 1/2. Bid 12 1/2, 1,250, now 13. I need 13, now 13 1/2. Bid 13 1/2, 1350, 1350, now 14. I need 14, 13 1/2, 14, now 14 1/2. Bid 1450. Sold 1,400, sold 1,400. Lot number 86 is going to be the 2011 Toyota Corolla. This one here, folks, is going to be the 2011 Toyota Corolla. Here we go. 6 1/4, now 6 1/2. 6 1/2, now 675, now 700. Bid 700. 675, 700, 7 1/4, now 7 1/2. I'm 7 1/2, now 775. 800. Bid 800, now 8 1/4. 800, now 8 1/4, now 8 1/2. I'm 8 1/2, now 875. Bid 875, 875, 900, now 9 1/4. 900 bid, now 9 1/4, now 9 1/2. I'm 9 1/2, now 975. 975, now 1,000, 1,050. $1,000 bid, now 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100, 1,100, $1,100. Now 11 1/2. I'm at 1,100, now 11 1/2. Bid 11 1/2, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, 1,200, now 12 1/2. Bid 12 1/2, 1,250. Sold $1,200. Sold $1,200. Lot number 87 is a 2018 Dodge Charger. This one here, folks, is a 2018 Dodge Charger. 28 1/2, now 29, 29 1/2, 3,000, 3,050, now 31. Bid 31, 31 1/2, now 3,200, now 32 1/2, now 3,300, 33 1/2, 34 1/2, now 35, 35 1/2, now 36, 36 1/2, 37, 37 1/2, now 38, 38 1/2, now 39, 39 1/2, now 4,000, 4,050. Bid 4,050, now 41, 41 1/2, now 42, 42 1/2, now 43, 43 1/2, now 44. I'm 40, 44 1/2, now 45, 45 1/2. Where did my water go? 4,700, now 47 1/2, now 48, 48 1/2, now 49, 49 1/2, now 5,000, now 51, 51, now 52, now 53, 54. Bid 5,400, now 55, now 56. Bid 56, 5,600, 5,600, now 57. I need 57, 5,600, now 57, now 58. Bid 58, 5,800, now 59. 5,900, 5,900, now 6,000, now 61. Bid 6,100, 6,100, now 62. I need 62. I'm at 6,100, now 62. Bid 62, now 63. Bid 63, 6,200, now 63, 6,300. Sold 6,200. Sold 6,200. Lot number 88 is a 2002 Honda Accord. This one here is a 2002 Honda Accord, folks. 200, now 2 1/4. 200 bid, now 2 1/4. Bid 2 1/4, 225. Sold $200. Sold $200. Lot number 89 is a 2013 Hyundai Genesis. This one here, folks, is a 2013 Hyundai Genesis. 2050, now 21. I'm at 2050, now 21. Bid 2100. 2100, now 21 and a half. Bid 21 and a half, now 22. Bid 22. 2200, now 22 and a half. I'm at 2200, now 22 and a half. Bid 2250, now 23. I need 23. 22 and a half, now 23. Bid 23. 2300, now 23 and a half. Bid 23 and a half. 2350, now 24. I need 24. 23 and a half, now 24. Bid 24. Now 24 and a half. I'm at 2400, now 24 and a half, now 25. I need 25. 24 and a half, now 25. Bid 25. Now 25 and a half, now 26. I need 26. 25 and a half, now 26. 2600. 26 and a half, now 27. I need 27. 26 and a half, now 27. Bid 2700. 27 and a half. I need 27 and a half. 2700, now 27 and a half. Sold $2,700. Sold $2,700. Lot number 90 is a 2002 Honda Accord, folks. 2002 Honda Accord. Here we go. 300, now 3 and a quarter. 3 and a bit, now 3 and a quarter. Bid 3 and a quarter. 325, 325. 3 and a half, now 375. I'm at 3 and a half, now 375. Bid 375. Sold 3 and a half. Sold 3 and a half. Lot number 91 is a 2014 Toyota Corolla, folks. This one here is a 2014 Toyota Corolla. 7.5, 775, 800, 9 and a quarter, 800 bid, 9 and a quarter, 9 and a half. I'm 8 and a half, 875, 900, 9 and a quarter, 9 and a half. Bid 9 and a half, 950, 975, 1,000, 1,050. Bid 1,050, 1,100, now 11 and a half, now 11 and a half, 12, 12 and a half, now 13. 13 and a half, bid 13 and a half, now 14, now 14 and a half, now 15. 15 and a half, bid 15 and a half, 1,550, now 16, 16 and a half, bid 16 and a half, now 17. 17 and a half, now 18. Bid 18, now 18 and a half. I'm 18 and a half, now 19, now 19 and a half. Bid 19 and a half, now 2,000. Bid 2,000, those $1,000, now 2,050. Bid 2,050, now 21. Bid 2,100. 2,100. Sold 2,050. Sold 2,050. Lot number 92 is a 2001 Toyota Camry. This one here, folks, is a 2001 Toyota Camry. 3.5, now 375. I'm at 3.5, now 375. 375, now 400, now 4 and a quarter. 4 and a quarter, now 4.5, now 475. Bid 475, now 500, $500. Bid 500, bid 500. Now 5 and a quarter. 5 and a bid, now 5 and a quarter. Bid 5 and a quarter, now 5 and a half. 5 and a quarter, now 5 and a half. Bid 5 and a half, 550. Sold 5 and a quarter. Sold 5 and a quarter. Lot number 93 is going to be your 2012 Honda Civic. This one here, folks, is a 2012 Honda Civic. I'm at 1,050, now 1,100. 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100 means $1,100. Now 11 and a half. I'm at 11 and a half, now 1,200. Bid 1,200 means $200, $1,200. Now 12 and a half. I'm at 12, now 12 and a half. Bid 1,250. Now 13, now 13 and a half. 1,300, now 13 and a half. Bid 13 and a half, now 14. I need 14. 13 and a half, now 1,400. Bid 1,400, now 14 and a half. I'm 1,400, now 14 and a half. Bid 1,450, 1,450, now 15. 1,500, 14 and a half, now 15. Bid 15. Now 15 and a half. I'm at 1,500, now 15 and a half. Bid 1,550, now 16. I need 16. 1,550, now 16. Bid 16. Sold 15 and a half. Sold 15 and a half. Lot number 94 is a 2000 Ford Ranger. This one here, folks, is a 2000 Ford Ranger. I'm at 11 and a half, now 1200, now 12 and a half. Bid 12 and a half. 1200, now 12 and a half, now 13. Bid 13, now 13 and a half. 13 and a half, now 14. Bid 14, 13 and a half, now 14. 1400, 1400. Sold 13 and a half. Sold 13 and a half. Lot number 95 is a 2004 Hyundai Santa Fe. This one here, folks, 2004 Hyundai Santa Fe. I'm at 2.5, now 275. 2.5, now 275. Bid 275, now 300. Bid 300, $300. 275, now 300. Now 3 and a quarter. 3 and a bid, now 3 and a quarter, now 3 and a half. Now 3 and a quarter, now 3 and a half. Bid 3 and a half, $350. Now 375. I'm 375, now 400. Bid 400, now 4 and a quarter. 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. Bid 4 and a half, 450, $450. Sold 4 and a quarter. Sold 4 and a quarter. Lot number 96 is a 2015 Ford Fusion, folks. This one here is a 2015 Ford Fusion. Here we go, 1,050, now 1,100. I'm at 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100, now 11 and a half. I'm at 1,100, now 11 and a half, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, now 12 and a half. I need 12 and a half. 1,200, now 12 and a half. Bid 12 and a half. Bid 1,250, 13, 13 and a half, now 14, now 14 and a half. I'm at 1,400, now 14 and a half. Bid 1,450, now 15. I'm 1,500, now 1,550. Bid 1,550, 1,550. Now 16, now 16 and a half. I'm at 1,600, now 16 and a half. Need 650, now 17. I need 17. 1,700, now 17 and a half. Bid 1,750. Now 18. 1,800, now 18 and a half. Bid 18 and a half. Bid 1,850. Yes or no? Now 19. I'm at 18 and a half, now 19, now 19 and a half. Bid 19 and a half, 1950. 2,000, now 2,050. Bid 2,050. Now 21. I need 21. 2,050, now 21. Bid 2,100. Now 21 and a half, now 22. I need 22. 2,200, 2,200, now 22 and a half. Bid 22 and a half. 2,300, now 23 and a half. Bid 23 and a half, now 24. Bid 24. 2,400. 24 and a half, now 25. I need 25. 24 and a half, now 25. 25 and a half. Bid 25 and a half. 25.50. 25.50. Now 26. Bid 26. 25 and a half, now 26. 26 and a half. Bid 26 and a half. Now 27. I'm at 26 and a half, now 27. Bid 2,700, now 27 and a half. Bid 27.50. 2,800, now 28 and a half. I need 28.50. 2,800, now 28.50. Bid 28.50, now 29. I need 29. 28 and a half, now 29. 2,900, now 29 and a half. Bid 29 and a half. 29.50. Now 3,000. Bid 3,000, now 3,050. Bid 3,050, yes or no? 3,050. Sold 3,000. Sold 3,000. Lot number 97 is a 2006 Honda Accord. This one here, folks, is a 2006 Honda Accord. 200, now 2 and a quarter. 2 and a bid, now 2 and a quarter. Bid 2 and a quarter. 2 and a quarter, now 2 and a half. I'm 2 and a half, now 275. 300, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half. I need 3 and a half. 375, now 400. Now 4 and a quarter. 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. Bid 4 and a half. 450. 450, now 475. I'm at 4 and a half, now 475. Bid 475, 475, now 500, $500. 475, now 500, now 5 and a quarter. 5 and a bid, now 5 and a quarter. Bid 5 and a quarter, 525. Sold $500. Sold $500. Lot number 98 is a 2019 Toyota Corolla. This one here, folks, is a 2019 Toyota Corolla. Here we go, 11 and a half, 1200, now 12 and a half. I'm 12 and a half, now 13. Bid 13, now 13 and a half. 1300, now 13 and a half. Bid 13 and a half, bid 13 and a half, 14, now 14 and a half. Now 15, now 1500, now 15 and a half, 16, now 16 and a half, now 17. I need 17, 1700, 17 and a half, now 18, 18 and a half, now 19. I'm 19 and a half, now 2000, 2050, now 21. Bid 21, 2100, 2100, now 21 and a half, 21 and a half, now 22, now 22 and a half, now 23. 23 and a half, bid 23 and a half, now 24. 2400, now 24 and a half, now 25. 25 and a half, now 26. Bid 26, 26 and a half, now 27. 2700, now 27 and a half, now 28. I'm 2800, now 28 and a half, now 29. 29 and a half, bid 29 and a half. Sold 2900. Sold 2900. Lot number 99 is a 2006 Mini Cooper, folks. This one here is a 2006 Mini Cooper. Here we go, 6 and a half, now 675. I'm 6 and a half, now 675. Bid 675, 675, now 700. Bid 700, 675, now 700. Bid 700, now 7 and a quarter. 7 and a quarter, now 7 and a half. Bid 7 and a half. 750, 750, now 775. I'm 7 and a half, now 775. Bid 775, now 800. Bid 800, 775, now 800. Bid 800, $800. Sold 775. Sold 775. Lot number 100 is a 1998 Mitsubishi Eclipse. 1998 Mitsubishi Eclipse. Here we go. 200, now 2 and a quarter. 200 bid, now 2 and a quarter. Bid 2 and a quarter. 225, now 2 and a half. I'm 2 and a half, now 275. Bid 275, 275. Sold 2 and a half. Sold 2 and a half. Lot number 102 is a 2007 Ford Focus. 2007 Ford Focus, folks. I'm at 5 and a quarter, now 5 and a half. 5 and a quarter, now 5 and a half. Bid 5 and a half. 5 and a quarter, now 5 and a half. 550, 5 and a half. Sold 5 and a quarter. Sold 5 and a quarter. Lot number 103 is a 2011 Toyota Avalon. This one here, your 2011 Toyota Avalon, folks. 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. 8 and a half, now 875, now 900, $900. 9 and a quarter, bid 9 and a quarter. I'm at 900, now 9 and a quarter. 925, 9 and a half, now 975. Bid 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, 1,050. 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100, means 10. $1,100, now 11 and a half. I'm at 11 and a half, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, now 12 and a half. I need 12 and a half. 1,200, now 12 and a half. Bid 12 and a half, 1,250. Now 13. I need 13, now 13 and a half. I'm 1,300, now 13 and a half. Bid 1,350. 1,350. Sold 1,300. Sold 1,300. Lot number 104 is a 2007 Ford Focus. This one here, folks, 2007 Ford Focus. 200, now 2 and a quarter, now 2 and a half. 2 and a quarter, now 2 and a half. Bid 2 and a half. 2 and a quarter, now 2 and a half. bid 2.5, now 275. I'm at 2.5, now 275, bid 275, 275. Sold 2.5, sold 2.5. Lot number 105, this one's marked bio, folks. Bio on this 2013 Toyota Corolla. Please make note, this one has bio on it, folks. Lot number 105, 2013 Toyota Corolla. Here we go, 300, now 3.25. 3 in the bid, now 3.25. Bid 3.25, 325, now 3.5. I'm 3.5, now 375. Bid 375, 375, 4.25, 4.5, now 475. I'm at 475, 500, now 5.25, now 5.5. I'm 5.5, 575, now 6.7. Now 6.25. Bid 6.25, now 6.5. Now 675, 675, now 700, now 7.25. 7 in the bid, now 7.25. Bid 7.25, now 7.5. I'm 7.5, now 775, now 800. Bid 800, now 8.25. 8 in the bid, now 8.25. Bid 8.25, 825, now 8.5. I'm 8.25, now 8.5. Bid 8.5, 850, now 875. I need 875, 875. Now 900, now 9.25. 9 in the bid, now 9.25. Bid 9.25, now 9.5. I need 9.5. 9.5, now 975. Bid 975, 975. Now 1,000. Bid 1,000. 975, now 1,000. 1,050. $1,000 bid, now 1,050. Bid 1,050, 1,050. Now 1,100. I'm at 1,050, now 1,100. 1,100. Get your bids in, folks. 1,100. Sold at 1,050. Sold 1,050. Lot number 106 is a 2012 Nissan Altima, folks. 2012 Nissan Altima. Here we go. 400, now 4.25. 400 bid, now 4.25. Bid 4.25, 425, 425, now 4.5. I'm 4.25, now 4.5. Bid 4.5, 4.5, now 475. I'm at 4.5, now 475, now 500. Bid 500, $500. 475, now 500. Now 5.25. 5.25, now 5.5. Bid 5.5, 550. Now 575. 575, now 600. Bid 600. 6.25, now 6.5. I'm 6.25, now 6.5. Bid 6.5. 650. 6.5. Sold 6.25. Sold 6.25. Lot number 107 is going to be the 2014 Kia Soul. This one here, folks, is a 2014 Kia Soul. 2,000 or 2,050. I'm at 2,000 or 2,050. Bid 2,050. Those mean 50, now 21. 21 and a half. Bid 21 and a half. Those mean 50. 21 and a half. Now 22. I'm 22. Now 22 and a half. Now 23. Bid 23. Now 23 and a half. Bid 23 and a half. Now 24. I need 24. Now 24 and a half. Bid 24 and a half. 24.50. 24.50. Now 25. I'm 2,500. Now 25 and a half. Bid 25 and a half. Now 26. I need 26. Now 26 and a half. Now 27. Bid 27. 2,700. Sold 26 and a half. Sold 26 and a half. Lot number 108 is going to be the 2016 Toyota Camry. '16 Toyota Camry, folks. Here we go. 1,000, 1,050, now 1,100. I'm at 1,100. 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100, now 11 and a half. I need 11 and a half. 1,100, now 11 and a half. Now 12, now 12 and a half. Now 13. Bid 13, now 13 and a half. 13 and a half, now 14, now 14 and a half. Now 15. 1,500. 1,500, now 15 and a half. Now 16. 16 and a half, now 17. 1,700. 17 and a half, now 18. Bid 1,800. 1,800. 1,800, now 18 and a half. 18 and a half, now 19. Bid 19. 18 and a half, now 19. 19 and a half, now 2,000. $2,000. 19 and a half, now 2,000. 2,050, now 21. I'm 21 and a half, now 22. 22 and a half, now 23. 23 and a half, now 24. Bid 24. 24 and a half, now 25. 2,500. 2,500. Sold 24 and a half. Sold 24 and a half. Lot number 109 is going to be the 2012 Mazda 2. This one here, folks, 2012 Mazda 2. 3.5 now 375. I'm at 3.5 now 375. 375 400 now 4 and a quarter. 400 bid now 4 and a quarter now 4.5 now 475. Bid 475 now 500. Bid 500 $500. 500 now 5 and a quarter now 5.5. Now 5.5 now 575 600. Bid 600 now 6 and a quarter. 600 bid now 6 and a quarter now 6.5. Now 6 and a quarter now 6.5 now 675. Bid 675 675 700 now 7 and a quarter. 7 and a quarter now 7.5 now 775. Bid 775 now 800. Bid 800, 775, now 800. Now 8 and a quarter, 8 and a bid, now 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. I'm 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. Bid 8 and a half, 850, now 875. I'm 8 and a half, now 875. Bid 875, now 900. $900. Sold 875. Sold 875. Lot number 110 is going to be the 2015 Kia Forte. 2015 Kia Forte, folks. Here we go. I'm 2 and a quarter, now 2.5. 2.5 now 275, 300, 3 and a quarter, now 3.5. I'm 3.5 now 375. Bid 375, 400, now 4 and a quarter. 4.5, 475. Bid 475, now 500. $500, now 5 and a quarter. 5 and a quarter, now 5.5. Bid 5.5, now 575. 575, now 600. $600. Bid 600. 6 and a quarter, now 6.5. I'm 6.5, now 675. Bid 675. 675. Now 700, 7 and a quarter, 7.5. 750, 7.5. 7.5. Sold 7 and a quarter. Sold 7 and a quarter. Lot number 111 is going to be the 2016 Hyundai Accent. This one here, folks, is a 2016 Hyundai Accent. Here we go. 6.5 now 675. 675, 7 and a quarter, now 7.5. 775, 800. Bid 800, $800. 8 and a quarter. 8 and a quarter, now 8.5. 875, now 900, now 9 and a quarter. 9.5, 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, $1,000. 975, 1,000, 1,050. 11.5, now 12. 12.5, now 13. Bid 13. 12.5, now 13. Bid 13, now 13.5, now 14. Bid 14, 13.5, 14, now 14.5. Bid 14.5, 14.50, now 50. I need 15, 1,500, now 15.5. Bid 15.50, now 16. I need 16, 1,600, now 16.5. Bid 16.50, now 17. I need 17, 16.5, now 17, now 17.5. Bid 17.5, 17.50. Sold 1,700. Sold 1,700. Lot number 112 is a 2007 Hyundai Sonata. This is your 2007 Hyundai Sonata, folks. 300, now 3 and a quarter. 3 and a bit, now 3 and a quarter. Bid 3 and a quarter, 325, now 3.5. I'm 3.5, now 375, now 400. Bid 400, now 4 and a quarter. 4 and a quarter, now 4.5. Bid 4.5, now 475. 475, now 500. Now 5 and a quarter. 5 and a quarter, now 5.5. Bid 5.5, now 575. I'm 5.5, now 575, now 600. Bid 600. Now 6 and a quarter. 6 and a quarter, now 6.5. Bid 6.5, now 675. 675, now 700. Bid 700. $700. Now 7 and a quarter. 7 and a bit, now 7 and a quarter. Bid 7 and a quarter. 725. Sold $700. Sold $700. Lot number 113 is going to be the 2012 Chevrolet Sonic. Help, help, help. On the 2012 Chevy Sonic, folks. I need a bid of 200 on this one, folks. Thank you. 200, now 2 and a quarter. Bid 2 1/4, now 2 1/2. I'm 2 1/2, now 275. Bid 275, 275. Now 300, now 3 1/4. 300 bid, now 3 1/4. Bid 325, 325, now 3 1/2. I'm 3 1/2, now 375. Bid 375, now 400. 400, now 4 1/4. 400 bid, now 4 1/4. Bid 4 1/4, 4 1/4, now 4 1/2. I'm 4 1/2, now 475. Bid 475, 475. Now 500. Bid 500, now 5 1/4. 500 bid, now 5 1/4. Bid 5 1/4, now 5 1/2. I'm 5 1/2, now 575. Bid 575, now 600. $600. 575, now 600, now 6 1/4. 600 bid, now 6 1/4. Bid 6 1/4, 625. Sold $600. Sold $600. Lot number 114 is a 2006 Mazda 3. Take a quick glance at this one. I'm going to ask you to please bid off your pictures because we're going to get this truck and trailer turned around. On the 2006 Mazda 3, please bid off your pictures. Lot number 114. I'm at 2 1/2, now 275, now 300. Bid 300, 275, now 300. $300. 275, 300, now 3 1/4. 3 1/4, now 3 1/2. Bid 3 1/2, 350, 350, 3 1/2. Now 375, 375, now 400. Bid 400, now 4 1/4. 4 1/4, now 4 1/2, now 475. 475, now 500. Bid 500, $500. Bid 500, now 5 1/4. 500 bid, now 5 1/4, now 5 1/2. 575, now 600. Bid 600, $600. Sold 575. Sold 575. No, that's the next one. Here we go. Lot number 115, 2013 Hyundai Elantra. She's on her A game. 150. That's good because sometimes I'm on my big game. 2013 Hyundai Elantra. So somebody's got to be on their A game. Here we go. 500, now 5 1/4. 5 1/4, 5 1/2, 575, now 600, now 6 1/4. I'm 6 1/2, 675, 7 1/4, 7 1/2, now 775. 775, now 800, and now 8 1/4. 8 bid, now 8 1/4, now 8 1/2. I'm 8 1/2, now 875, 9 1/4, 9 1/2. Bid 9 1/2, now 975, 975, now 1,000, 1,050. Bid 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100, now 11 1/2. I'm at 11 1/2, now 1,200, $1,200, $1,200. Now 12 1/2. I need 12 1/2. 12 1/2, now 13, $1,300, 1,300. 1,300, now 13 1/2. I'm at 1,300, now 13 1/2. Bid 1,350, 1,350. Sold $1,300. Sold $1,300. Lot number 116 is a 2011 Hyundai Elantra. 2011 Hyundai Elantra, folks. Here we go. I'm at 1,300, now 13 1/2. 1,300, now 13 1/2. Bid 13 1/2. 15, 15 1/2, now 16. I need 16. 15 1/2, now 16, now 16 1/2. Bid 16 1/2. 17, now 17 1/2. I'm at 1,700, now 17 1/2. Now 18. Bid 18, now 18 1/2. I'm at 1,800, now 18 1/2. Bid 18 1/2, now 19. I need 19. 18 1/2, now 19. Bid 19, 1,900. Sold 18 1/2. Sold 18 1/2. Lot number 117 is going to be the 2018 Dodge Grand Caravan. This one here is a 2018 Dodge Grand Caravan. I'm at 14 1/4, now 1475. 14 1/4, now 1475. 1475, 15 1/4, now 1575. I'm at 15 1/4, now 1575. Now 16 1/4. Bid 16 1/4, now 1675. Bid 1675, now 17 1/4. 17 1/4, now 1775. Now 18 1/4. Bid 18 1/4, now 19. 1875, now 19 1/4. Bid 19 1/4, now 1975. 2000 1/4, now 2075. 21 1/4, now 2175. 22 1/4. Bid 22 1/4, now 2275. Bid 22.75, now 23 and a quarter. 23 and a quarter, now 23.75. 23.75, now 24 and a quarter. Bid 24 and a quarter, now 24.75. 25 and a quarter, bid 25 and a quarter, 2,525. 25 and a quarter, sold 24.75. Sold 24.75. Lot number 118 is a 2015 Honda Civic, folks. Lot number 118 is a 2015 Honda Civic. 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. Bid 4 and a half. 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. Now 475. Bid 475, 475. 475, now 500. Bid 500, now 5 and a quarter. 5 and a bid, now 5 and a quarter, now 5 and a half. I need 5 and a half. 5 and a half, now 575, now 600. Bid 600, now 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. I need 6 and a half. 6 and a half, now 675. Bid 675, now 700. I need 700. 700, now 7 and a quarter. Bid 7 and a quarter, 725. Now 7 and a half. 7 and a half, now 775. Bid 775. Now 800. Bid 800. 775, now 800, now 8 and a quarter. 8 and a bid, now 8 and a quarter. Bid 8 and a quarter, 825. Now 8 and a half. I'm 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. Bid 8 and a half, 850. Sold 8 and a quarter. Sold 8 and a quarter. Lot number 119 is a 2011 Kia Optima. This one here is lot number 119. And it is a 2011 Kia Optima. 7.5, now 775. 775, now 800, $800. Bid 800, now 8 and a quarter. 800 bid, now 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. I'm 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. Bid 8 and a half, 850, now 875. 875, now 900, now 9 and a quarter. Bid 9 and a quarter, now 9 and a half. Bid 9 and a half, 9 and a quarter, now 9 and a half. 950, 9 and a half. Now 975. Bid 975. 1,000, 1,050. $1,000 bid, now 1,050. Bid 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100. Need 10, now 11 and a half. I'm at 11 and a half, now 1,200. Bid 1,200. 11 and a half, now 1,200. Sold 11 and a half. Sold 11 and a half. Lot number 120 is a 2018 Honda Civic. This one here, folks, is the 2018 Honda Civic. I'm at 2,100, now 21 and a half. I'm at 21 and a half, now 22. Bid 22, 21 and a half, now 22, now 22 and a half. I need 22 and a half, now 23, 23 and a half, now 24, 24 and a half. Bid 24 and a half, 24.50, now 25. I'm 2,500, now 25 and a half. Bid 25 and a half, 25.50, now 26. Bid 2,600, now 26 and a half. Bid 26 and a half, now 27. I'm 2,700, now 27 and a half, now 28. Bid 28 and a half, now 29, 29 and a half, now 3,000. Bid 3,000, now 3,050. Bid 3,050, now 31. 3,100, now 31 and a half. Bid 3,150. 3,150, now 32. 3,200, now 32 and a half. Bid 32 and a half. 3,250. Sold 3,200. Sold 3,200. Lot number 121 is going to be a 2012 Chevrolet Cruze. This one here, folks, is your 2012 Chevrolet Cruze. 5.5, 575, now 600, $600. 600, now 6 and a quarter. 600 bid, now 6 and a quarter. Bid 6 and a quarter, 625, now 6 and a half. I'm 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half, now 675. Bid 675, now 700, now 7 and a quarter. 7 and a quarter, now 7 and a half. Bid 7 and a half, now 775. 775, now 800, now 8 and a quarter. 800 bid, now 8 and a quarter. Bid 8 and a quarter, 825, 825, now 8 and a half. I'm 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half, now 875. 875, now 900, now 9 and a quarter. Bid 9 and a quarter, 925, now 9 and a half. I'm 9 and a quarter, now 9 and a half, now 975. Bid 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, 1,050. $1,000 bid, now 1,050. Bid 1,050. Sold 1,000. Sold 1,000. Lot number 122 is a 2016 Chevy Sonic. 122 is a 2016 Chevrolet Sonic, folks. 975, 1,000, 1,050, 1,050, now 1,100, bid 1,100, 1,100, 1,100, now 11 and a half. I'm at 11 and a half, now 1,200, now 12 and a half. Bid 12 and a half, now 13, bid 13, 12 and a half, now 13, 1,300, 1,300, now 13 and a half, 13 and a half, now 14, bid 14, 1,400, now 14 and a half, 15, now 15 and a half. I'm 1,500, now 15 and a half, bid 1,550, 1,550, now 16, now 16 and a half. I'm 1,600, now 16 and a half, bid 1,650, 1,650, sold 1,600, sold 1,600. Lot number 123 is a 2015 Nissan Altima, folks. 2015 Nissan Altima. Here we go. 2 1/4, now 2 1/2. 2 1/4, now 2 1/2. Bid 2 1/2. 2 1/4, now 2 1/2. 275, now 300. Bid 300, now 3 1/4, now 3 1/2. 375, now 400. 4 1/4, now 4 1/2. 475, now 500. Now 5 1/4. 5 1/4, now 5 1/2. Now 575. 575, now 600. Now 6 1/4. 600 bid, now 6 1/4. 625, now 6 1/2. I need 6 1/2, now 675. Bid 675. 675, 675, now 700. Bid 700, now 7 1/4. 700 bid, now 7 1/4, now 7 1/2. I'm 7 1/2, now 775. Bid 775, now 800. $800, now 8 1/4. 8 1/4, now 8 1/2. Bid 8 1/2, now 875. 875, 875, 875, now 900. I'm 900, now 9 1/4. Bid 9 1/4, now 9 1/2. 9 1/2, now 975. Bid 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, 975, now 1,000. 1,050, now 1,100, means 10. Bid 1,100, now 11 and a half. I'm at 1,100, now 11 and a half. Bid 11 and a half, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, 11 and a half, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, now 12 and a half. I need 12 and a half. 1,200, now 12 and a half. Bid 12 and a half, 1,250, now 13. I need 13. 12 and a half, now 13. Bid 13. Now 13 and a half. I'm at 1,300, now 13 and a half. Bid 1350, now 14. I need 14. 13 and a half, now 14. Bid 14. 14 and a half, now 15. Bid 15. 14 and a half, now 15. Bid 15. Sold 14 and a half. Sold 14 and a half. Lot number 124 is going to be the 2013 Hyundai Elantra. This one here, folks, 2013 Hyundai Elantra. Here we go. 13 and a half, 14, 14 and a half, now 15. 1,500. 15 and a half, now 16. 16 and a half, now 17. Bid 17 and a half, now 18. 18 and a half, now 19. 19 and a half, now 2,000. Bid 2,000. 2,050, now 21. 21 and a half, now 22. Bid 2,200, now 22 and a half, now 23. 23 and a half, now 24. 2,400, now 24 and a half. 25. Bid 2,500. 2,500, those 1,500, 2,500, 25 and a half. I'm at 2,500, now 25 and a half. Bid 25 and a half, 2,550. Sold 2,500, sold 2,500. Lot number 125 is a 2011 Dodge Avenger. 2011 Dodge Avenger, folks. Here we go. 2 1/4, now 2 1/2. 2 1/4, now 2 1/2. Bid 2 1/2. 2 1/4, now 2 1/2. Now 275. 275, 300, now 3 1/4. I'm 3 1/4, now 3 1/2. Now 375. Bid 375, now 400. Bid 400, now 4 1/4. Now 4 1/2. I'm 4 1/4, now 4 1/2. Now 475. Now 500. Now 5 1/4. Bid 5 1/4. Now 5 1/2. I'm 5 1/2. Now 575. 575. 600. Now 6 1/4. Bid 6 1/4. 6 1/4. Now 6 1/2. 6 1/2. Now 675. 700. Now 7 1/4. 700 bid. Now 7 1/4. 725, 725, now 7 and a half. I'm 7 and a half, 775, now 800. Bid 800, now 8 1/4. 800 bid, now 8 1/4. 8 1/4, 825, now 8 and a half. I'm 8 and a half, now 875. Bid 875, 875, Sold 8.5. Sold 8.5. Lot number 126 is a 2015 Dodge Charger. This one here, folks, is your lot number 126, and it is a 2015 Dodge Charger. 39.5, now 4,000. $4,000. 39.5, now 4,000, now 4,050. Bid 4,050, now 41. Bid 41. 4,050, now 41. 4,100, now 41.5. Bid 41.5. Bid 4150. 4,150, now 42. Bid 4,200. 4,200, now 42.5. 42.5, yes or no? Now 43. Bid 43, 42.5, now 43, now 43.5. Bid 43.5, now 44. I need 44. 43.5, now 44. Bid 44.5, now 45. 44.5, now 45. Now 45.5. 4,500, now 45.5. Bid 45.50, now 46. I need 46. 45.5, now 46. Bid 46. Sold 45.5. Sold 4,550. Lot number 127 is a 2013 Honda CR-V. 2013 Honda CR-V, folks. There it is. 1,300, now 13.5. I'm at 13.5, now 14. Bid 14, now 14.5. 1,400, now 14.5, now 15. Bid 15. 1,500, 1,500, now 15.5. I'm at 15.5, now 16. Bid 16. 1,600, 1,600, now 16.5. 16.5, now 17. Bid 17. 17.5, now 18. I need 18. 1,900, now 19.5. Bid 19.5, now 2,000. 2,050, now 21. 21.5, now 22. 22.5, now 23. 23.5, now 24. 24.5. Bid 24.5, now 25. 25.5, now 26. 2,600, those 1,600. 26.5. Bid 26.5. 26.50. Now 27. Bid 2,700, now 27.5. I need 27.5. 2,700, now 27.5. Sold $2,700. Sold $2,700. Lot number 128 is a 2011 Chrysler 200. Lot number 128 is a 2011 Chrysler 200, folks. 675, now 700. 675, 700, now 7.25. 7.25, now 7.5, now 775. Bid 775, 775, 775, now 800. Bid 800, 775, now 800, now 8.25. 800 bid, now 8.25, now 8.5. I need 8.5. 8.25, now 8.5. Bid 8.5, 850, 850, now 875, now 900, now 9.25. 900 bid, now 9.25, now 9.5. Bid 9.5, 950. Sold 9.25. Sold 9.25. All right, folks, I'm down to the last 10 cars. So if you haven't bought yourself a vehicle, now's your chance. Ya me faltan nada más 10 vehículos por vender. So si no ha comprado uno, ahora es su oportunidad. All right, lot number 129 is going to be that 2003 Nissan Xterra, folks. 200, now 2.25. 200 bid, now 2.25, now 2.5, now 275. 300, now 3.25. 3.5, now 375. 400, now 4.25. Bid 4.25. 425. 4.25. Now 4.5. 4.5, now 475. Bid 475. 475. Sold 4.5. Sold 4.5. Lot number 130 is going to be the 2005 Toyota Sequoia. Lot number 130, folks, is a 2005 Toyota Sequoia. Here we go. 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100, now 11.5, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, 11.5, now 1,200, now 12.5. Bid 12.5, now 13. I need 13. 1,300, now 13.5. Bid 13.5. 14, now 14.5. 14 and a half, now 15, bid 15, 1500, 1500, now 15 and a half. I'm 15 and a half, now 16, bid 16, now 16 and a half. 16 and a half, now 17, now 17 and a half, bid 17 and a half, now 18. 1800, now 18 and a half, now 19, bid 19, 1900, now 19 and a half. I'm at 1900, now 19 and a half, now 2000, bid 2000, now 2050, bid 2050, now 21. I need 21, 2100, now 21 and a half, now 22, bid 22, 21 and a half, now 22, sold 21 and a half, sold 21 and a half. Lot number 131 is going to be your 2016 Ford Other. This one here is a 2016 Ford Other, folks. 5.5, 575, 600, bid 600, $600. 575, now 600, now 6 and a quarter, now 6 and a half. Bid 6 and a half, 675, 7 and a quarter, now 7 and a half. 775, now 800, bid 800, now 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. I need 8 and a half, 875, now 900, now 9 and a quarter, 900 bid, now 9 and a quarter, now 9 and a half, bid 9 and a half, 950, now 975, 975, now 1,000, bid 1,000, $1,000, 975, now 1,000, 1,050, 1,050, now 1,100, bid 1,100, 1,100, 1,100, now 11 and a half. I need 11 and a half, 1,100, now 11 and a half, bid 1,150, 1,150, 12, now 12 and a half. I'm at 1,200, now 12 and a half, bid 12 and a half, 1,250, sold $1,200, sold $1,200. Lot number 132 is going to be the 2007 Saturn Ion. Lot number 132 is the 2007 Saturn Ion, folks. Here we go. 2 and a quarter, now 2 and a half. 2 and a quarter, now 2 and a half. Bid 2 and a half, now 275. 275, now 300. Bid 300, 275, now 300. Bid 300, 275, now 300. Sold 275, sold 275. Lot number 133 is a 2012 Ford Fusion. 2012 Ford Fusion, folks. Here we go. 7 and a quarter, now 7 and a half. 7 and a half, now 775. 775, now 800. Bid 800, now 8 and a quarter. 800 bid, now 8 and a quarter. Bid 8 and a quarter. 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. I need 8 and a half. 8 and a quarter, now 8 and a half. 875, now 900, now 9 and a quarter. 900 bid, now 9 and a quarter. Bid 9 and a quarter. 9 and a quarter. 9 and a half, now 975, now 1,000. $1,000. 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000. 1,050, now 1,100. 11 and a half, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, now 12 and a half, now 13. Bid 13. 12 and a half, now 13. Now 13 and a half. 13 and a half, now 14. Bid 14. 1,400. 1,400. Now 14 and a half. I'm at 1,400, now 14 and a half. Bid 14 and a half. Now 15. 1,500. 14 and a half, now 15, now 15 and a half. Bid 1,550. 1,550. Sold $1,500, sold $1,500. Lot number 134 is a 2006 Nissan Sentra. Help, help, help. On the 2006 Nissan Sentra, I need a bid on this one, folks. Thank you. 200, now 2 and a quarter. 200 bid, now 2 and a quarter. Bid 2 and a quarter, 225, 225. Now 2 and a half. 2 and a half, now 275, now 300. Bid 300, $300, now 3 and a quarter. 300 bid, now 3 and a quarter, now 3 and a half. I'm 3 and a half, now 375, 375, now 400, now 4 and a quarter. 400 bid, now 4 and a quarter. Bid 4 and a quarter. 4 and a quarter, now 4 and a half. I'm 4 and a half, 475, now 500. Bid 500, $500. 475, now 500. Now 5 and a quarter. 5 and a bid, now 5 and a quarter, now 5 and a half. I need 5 and a half. 5 and a quarter, now 5 and a half. Bid 5 and a half, 550. Now 575. I'm 5 and a half, now 575. Bid 575. Sold 5.5. Sold 5.5. Lot number 135 is going to be the 2003 Ford Taurus. This one here is going to be the 2003 Ford Taurus, folks. 4.25 now, 4.5. I'm 4.25 now, 4.5. Bid 4.5, 4.25 now, 4.5. 450. Sold 4.25. Sold 4.25. Lot number 136 is a 2016 BMW 5 Series. 2016 BMW 5 Series, folks. 12.5 now 13. I'm at 12.5 now 13. Bid 13. 13.5 now 14. 14.5 now 15. Bid 15. 14.5 now 15. 1,500 now 15.5. I'm at 1,500. 15.5. 16 now 16.5. Bid 16.5. 16.5. 1650. Now 17. 1,700 now 17.5. Bid 17.5. 1,750. Now 18. 1,800 now 18.5. Bid 18.5. Now 19. I need 19. Now 19.5. Bid 1950. 1950. Now 2,000. Now 2,050. Now 21. 2,100. 2,100. Bid 2,100. Now 21.5. 21.5. Now 22. Bid 22. 22.5. Bid 2250. Now 23. 2,300. Now 23.5. Bid 23.5. Now 24. I need 24. 23.5. Now 24. Now 24.5. Bid 24.5. Now 25. Bid 25. Now 25.5. Bid 2550. 2550. Sold 2,500. Sold 2,500. Lot number 137 is going to be a 2011 Scion XP. This one here, folks, a little bit of a hot deal on this one too. 2011 Scion XP, 2.25 now, 2.5, 2.25 now, 2.5, bid 2.5 now, 275. I need 275, 2.5 now, 275, now 300, bid 300 now, 3.25, 300 bid now, 3.25, now 3.5. I'm 3.5 now, 375, bid 375, 375, now 400, bid 400 now, 4.25, bid 4.25, now 4.5, 4.25 now 4.5, bid 4.5, now 475. 4.5, now 475, 475. Sold 4.5, sold 4.5. We're down to the last vehicle, folks. This is our last vehicle for today. I want to join everybody's, thank you for joining today's online auction at joeredautos.com. Don't forget, bring a valid ID when you come to make your payment because it is required. I hope that everyone has a great evening. Damas y caballeros, esto es nuestro último vehículo de hoy. Quiero darle las gracias por unirse hoy a la subasta a través de joeredautos.com. No se les olvide que cuando vengan a hacer su pago traigan su identificación válida porque sí es requerida. Espero que todos tengan una gran noche. Lot number 138 is your 2012 Chevy Malibu, folks. Lot number 138 is your 2012 Chevy Malibu. 775, now 800, $800, 800, now 8.25, 8.25, now 8.5, bid 8.5, now 875, 875, now 900, bid 900, now 9.25, 900, now 9.25, bid 9.25, 925, 9.25, now 9.5. I'm 9.5, now 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, 975, now 1,000. Bid 1,000, $1,000, now 1,050. 1,050, now 1,100. Bid 1,100, means $1,100. Now 11.5. I'm at 11.5, now 1,200. Bid 1,200, $1,200. $1,200. Now 12.5. 12.5, now 13. Bid 13, 12.5, now 13. 13.5, now 14. I need 14. 13.5, now 14. 1,400. 1,400. Sold 13.5. Sold 13.5.